Yeah, let it fall. Sometimes the sky speaks for you. Raindrops tapping on my glass, like they're asking about my past. Every second falling fast but calm. City lights begin to blur. Thoughts they used to feeling sure start to soften, start to cure my storm. Clouds above don't run away, they just gather, then they say every gray becomes a shade of growth. Water slatting down the street, cold pavement beneath my feet, but my heartbeat finds a beating slow when the rain rises back to me. Every drop's a melody, washing doubt and setting free what I couldn't see in the rhythm of the sky. I remember how to try. Every tear I let it cry, it turns to light. Umbrella closed, I let it soak. All the words I never spoke, all the promises I broke alone. Thunder rolling far away, sounds like everything I'd say if I wasn't so afraid of tone. Rain don't judge, it just arrives. Doesn't ask about disguise, doesn't question alibis or lies. Every drop a tiny spark, drawing out across the dark, turning silence into heart and hope. When the rain writes back my name, I don't feel the weight or shame. Every loss becomes a flame again, falling down but feeling high underneath the open sky. Flowers don't ask the reason why, they just cry. Notebook open by the cake, mixing with the rain, turning sorrow into gaining lines. Windows fog from breath and heat, past and present find they meet. Every failure incomplete feels fine. Storm outside but peace within, let the chaos slowly spin, wash away the noise and sin and doubt. Maybe pain is just a phase, like a week of rainy days, teaching us in subtle ways to bloom. Sun will rise, I know it will, but I'm grateful for this chill, for the quiet, for the still between. Cause the flowers need the rain, need the loss to feel the gain, need the gray to feel the plain turn green. With the rain writes back my soul, broken pieces feel whole. Every drop restores control and flow. I don't hide from falling skies, I just look through open eyes. See the art in every cry that falls. Puddles mirror neon signs, city breathing through the lines. Every raindrop redesigns my mind. What was heavy now feels light, what was dark now feels right. Storm became my guide tonight. In time, I don't run from cloudy days, they reveal forgotten ways. In the rain I always trace my spark, cause inspiration doesn't shout, sometimes it just falls down, soft and steady all around your heart. Let it fall, let it cleanse. When the rain writes back to you, that's where healing begins. Yeah. Blank page, late night. Let me draw what I can't say. White canvas on the desk, heavy thoughts inside my chest. Every line I manifest feels blessed. Pencil moving slow and light, turning shadows into sight. All the things I try to fight take shape. Dark strokes where the doubts remain. Blue tones for the silent pain. Red for every time I change my lane. I don't talk, I illustrate. Every fear I translate. Inner forms that resonate on page. I'm sketching my mind in grayscale tones, building worlds from broken poems. Every thought I never showed now glow. Lines connect what I conceal. Ink reveals what I don't feel. Art becomes the way I heal for real.
Pain drips like a memory, faces from my history, staring back mysteriously at me. Half of them are incomplete, smudged reflections bittersweet. Walking down a crowded street of dreams. I draw windows in the sky, open doors I never tried. Mountains where my doubts reside inside. Every color has a voice, even silence makes a choice. Every tear becomes a noise in you. I'm sketching my mind in midnight blue, turning old into something new. All the pain I once outgrew, I drew. Canvas knows me better than any person ever can. Every flaw becomes a plan in hand.
Sometimes I erase the past, but the marks that faintly last, proof that nothing disappears that fast. Layer over layer, lay light and shadow in a play. Every mistake I ever made adds depth. Brush strokes like a heartbeat sound, lost and suddenly then found. All the chaos swirling round feels calm. Maybe art's my therapy. Silent kind of clarity, turning vulnerability to strength.
What if thoughts are just designs, waiting for the proper lines, hidden in between the signs we miss? What if every scar we trace is a masterpiece in place, beauty born from inner space like this?
I'm sketching my mind in golden light, blending wrong with what feels right. Every day and every night I pictures speak when I can't speak, strongest when I feel most weak. Every crack becomes unique and bright. Now the canvas almost full, shades of gentle, shades of cruel. Every rule I used to rule, I broke.
Looking back I see my growth, every line an honest oath. All the things I feared the most now art.
I don't need to hide the gray, it's the reason colors stay. It's the price we sometimes pay to feel.
So I'll keep that pencil near, drawing hope instead of fear. Every thought becomes more clear right here, right here. Blank page, no more. Mind poured out in metaphors. If you can't explain your heart, just draw it.
It's 3 a.m. When the world sleeps, my mind wakes up. Clock glowing in the dark room light, thoughts moving at the speed of night. Brain wired but my body tired, still I write. City breathing slow outside, neon flicker low tide vibe, but inside it's a rising tide, a fire. Notebook open, pen in hand, ideas I don't understand. Start connecting, unplanned, expand. Every whisper in my head turns to visions overspread, building bridges where I bled instead. It's the 3 a.m. idea flow, when the quiet lets it show. All the seeds I didn't know could grow. In the silence I create, no distractions, no debate, just imagination's gate. Unlock, moonlight painting silver lines, highlighting my inner mind. Every doubt I left behind feels small. Questions I ignored all day come back in a different way, not to haunt me, just to say it all. Random sparks begin to link faster than I even think, standing on the edge and brink of more. Business plans and melodies, poetry and remedies, floating in the midnight breeze, so free. It's that late night overflow, when the hidden rivers flow
all the places I could go unfold. No one judging what I dream, no one breaking up the scene, just the pulse beneath the screen and me. Sometimes it's a fragile state, borderline between create and overthinking every fate. I trace mine racing like city lights, future flashing in the night, every possible rewrite in sight. But I learned to let it ride, not to run, not to hide, let the chaos be my guide inside. Cause in darkness there's a key, something raw, something free, version of myself I see clearly. Maybe night removes the mask, lets you finally just ask what you want beyond the task at hand. Maybe dreams don't come from sleep, maybe they're the thoughts we keep when the world is buried deep in resting. Since that 3 a.m. idea stream, half reality, half dream, laser sharp but soft as steam it seems. Every vision feels alive, every risk I might survive. In the dark I feel the drive arrive, sun will rise and steal the glow, morning noise will start to grow, some ideas fade like snow, I know, but a few will stay with me, turn to plans eventually, proof that in the quiet we can see. So I don't curse sleepless nights, they reveal my hidden heights, show me different kinds of lights within. 3 a.m. is not a flaw, it's the place I stand in awe, where imagination draws the law. Sky turning pale and slow, sea can be low, but I know when the world moves fast again, I'll wait for 3 a.m. idea flow.
Always starts with one line, or maybe with silence. Blank page staring back at me, like it knows what I can't see. All the words I wanna free, but don't. Pen hovering in the air, heavy with a silent prayer, looking for a spark somewhere close. Heartbeat tapping like a drum, waiting for the line to come. Simple phrase, it feels like home alone. Not too perfect, not too clean, just enough to say what's been hidden somewhere in between my bones. It's all about the first line, the moment when the words align, when doubt fades and I find my mind. One sentence can open doors, break the lock, unlock the core, turn silence into something more than noise. Sometimes it begins with pain, drops of truth like summer rain, whispers I can't contain inside. Sometimes with a memory or a late night melody, playing softly, setting free the vibe. I erase and write again, cross it out with heavy pen, searching for the honest blend of me. Not the version they expect, not the mask I might project, but the thoughts I don't protect or hide. It's all about the first spark, tiny light inside the dark, small flame leaving a mark on heart. One line turns to 20 more, feeling spilling on the floor. What was closed is now a door unlocked. Funny how it feels so small,
just a sentence, that is all. But it builds a steady wall of sound. Every song I ever made started fragile, half afraid, with a single line that stayed around. Maybe it's I missed the past, maybe nothing ever lasts. Maybe we were moving fast too soon. Doesn't matter what it says, as long as it's real and honest, as long as it connects to truth. What if life is like a song, waiting for a line all along? Something simple, something strong to start. Maybe we just overthink, standing on the edge and brink, when all we need is ink and heart. It's all about the first breath, breaking through the fear of less, turning pressure into depth and flow. One line leads to clarity, from confusion to sincerity, from silence into therapy. In notes. Now the page ain't white no more, thoughts are scattered on the floor, but it started with that door. One line, every rhythm, every rhyme, every metaphor and sign came from that small spine of truth. So when doubt is in my ear telling me to disappear, I just write the line I fear the most. 'Cause once the first one finds its place, all the rest begin to chase, and the song reveals its face in full. It always starts the same. One breath, one phrase. The first line isn't perfect, it's just brave, brave, brave. The first line isn't perfect, it's just brave.
Yeah. Turn it up a little, let it heal. Heavy day on my shoulders, world moving fast, getting colder. Thoughts spinning over and over again. Phone on silent, lights down low. Window crack, let the night air blow. Press play, let the tempo flow within. First note hits like relief, softens the edge of grief, gives my restless mind belief to breathe. 808 like a steady pulse, piano chords, emotional dose. Every sound getting close to peace. Music, my medicine, healing where the scars have been. Every rhythm settling my soul. When the pressure's caving in, volume up, I let it spin. Let the melody begin. Control. Lyrics speaking what I hide, all the tears I keep inside. Somehow they just coincide with mine. Stranger's voice but same pain, different story, same rain, different loss, same stain in time. Headphones on, safe zone made, no judgment, no masquerade, just truth in every shade of tone. Trying to remind me I'm alive, baseline helping me survive. Harmonies that realign my bones, take my therapy, turning chaos into clarity. Every bar repairing me slowly. When I'm lost inside my head, fighting things I never said. Songs translate what I've read in me. Some tracks feel like sunrise, breaking through the darkest skies, opening my tired eyes to hope. Some are made for rainy days, minor keys and smoky haze, letting sadness have a space to cope. It don't rush me to be strong, doesn't say what's right or wrong, just reminds me I belong somewhere. In the rhythm, in the rhyme, in the space between the lines, in the way a simple chime can't care.
broken part needs a soundtrack for the heart, something soft enough to start. Music, my remedy, more than just a melody. It's a kind of empathy in waves, when I feel I'm not enough, when the road is getting rough, every chord becomes a crutch that saves. Years from now I'll hear a song, take me back to where I was. Every right and every wrong replay. That's the power in a tune. It can shift your whole mood, turn a silent empty room to grace, to grace. So I don't just let it play, I let it wash the pain away, let it guide me through the gray to go. Cause before I learned to speak all the things that made me weak, music found me at my peak and low. When words fail, when nights get long, press play and let the healing song carry you home. Yeah. Late night lights, concrete poetry. Late night lights, concrete poetry. Neon bleeding through my blinds, restless rhythm in my mind. Every street a different sign to go, sidewalk stories in my shoes. Different faces, different views. Every corner drops a clue in code. Skyscrapers like open books, stealing glass with second looks. Dreams hiding in the nooks above. Sirens singing far away. Midnight turning into gray. City never really stays still. The city sparks my inspiration. Concrete lines, imagination. Every block a revelation for me. In the noise I find my sound, in the lost I feel I'm found. Heartbeat sinking with the ground of streets. Coffee shops at 2 a.m. Poets writing with the pen. Strangers who might never meet again. Subway tunnels echo deep, yeah. Secrets that the walls still keep. Promising as we couldn't keep before. Billboard shining future dreams. Everything is what it seems and isn't nothing's what it means alone. Graffiti on a broken wall. Colors rising from the fall. Beauty living in it all. Raw. The city lights ignite the flame. Every night ain't quite the same. Different story, different name on air. From the rooftops to the trains, through the losses and the gains, in the chaos, inspiration breathes. Rain on asphalt, silver glow, reflections moving slow-mo. Every puddle shows me more than sky. Taxi passing, windows down, music drifting through the town, blending with the urban sound of life. I see hustle in their eyes, hidden tears, hidden highs. Everyone just trying to rise above. City teaches how to move, how to lose and still improve, how to turn a simple groove to hope. Maybe I'm just one small light in a skyline burning bright, but together we ignite the dark. Every window holds a dream, every silence holds a scream, every crack reflects a beam of spark. The city fuels my energy, turns my doubt to synergy. Every street's a melody I chase. In the crowd I feel alone, but I've never felt so known. Concrete made of flesh and bone and faith. Morning creeping through the haze, golden hour on a maze of avenues.
been using sideways thoughts, night may fade, but not the fire, not the pulse, not the desire. City keeps taking me higher. Still, I don't need a quiet view. Give me chaos breaking through. Give me something real and true and loud. Cause between the steel and stone, I discovered my own tone. Found a place that feels like home in sound. Yeah, yeah. City breathing, I breathe back. Yeah. Lights flicker, I write that in every spark of the night. I find a last and close my eyes, let the light shine. Long day fading in the black, lay my head fade to track, yeah, of another world intact inside. Ceiling turns to open sky, yeah. Gravity just says goodbye. Questions I can't justify, take flight. Colors I've never seen, places living in between what is real and what I mean by life. No limits, no frame, no logic, no name, yet everything feels the same, but right. In my sleep I find the code, hidden passes, secret roads. Every dream a heavy load of gold. When I wake I hold it tight, fragments fading with the light. Turn imagination into flow, low. Met a future version me, said relax, just let it be. Everything you're meant to see will show. Walk the doors without a key, talk to fear and set it free. Face the doubts I usually control. Mountains floating in the air, ocean hanging like a prayer. Symbols everywhere I go. Woke up with a racing heart, trying to recall the art of the visions that would start to glow. Dreams become my template, ideas I translate, but before they evaporate in dawn. Half asleep but wide awake, every risk I'm ready to take. Cause the night don't fabricate, it shows. It shows. Science says it's just a random signals in my head, but it feels like something more. Like my mind without the chains, without deadlines, without lanes. Building cities in my brain of thought. Sometimes nightmares bring the truth, show me cracks inside the roof. Things I try to hide from youth or pride, yeah. Even fear becomes a guide when you look from deep inside. There's a lesson in the ride at night. Maybe sleep's another door to a room we can't ignore, where imagination pours uncut. Maybe when the body rests, that's when creativity tests. All the limits we possess is dust. Dreamstate blueprint in my veins, midnight wisdom in my brain. Every vision leaves a stain. I don't let it drift away, write it down before it strays. Turn the shadows into day. Morning sun across my face, reality resumes its pace, but I carry that deep space with me. Notebook full of coded signs, half remember silver lines, pieces of the grand design I saw. Some ideas feel surreal, some too strange to make them real, but the strangest ones reveal the most. So I trust the silent scenes, trust the art and in-betweens, cause the wildest quiet dreams compose. Close your eyes, don't be afraid. Night is where ideas are made, while the world just drifts away. Dream. Yeah. dark room, silver light, stories playing every night, different worlds in black and white and gold. Heroes walking through the rain, lovers dancing through the pain. Every frame inside my brain unfolds. Popcorn dreams and midnight shows, silent tears nobody knows. Lessons hidden in the prose between. I was young just watching scenes, didn't know what all it means, but they planted quiet seeds in me. Movies gave me stimuli, showed me how to live and try, how to fall and still get by again. Every script became a spark, every quote lit up the dark, left a fingerprint and mark within. Underdog against the odds, broken soul who still believes. City lights and monologues at dawn. Slow-mo walks through empty streets, sex rooms heavy with the beats, made the silence feel complete and strong. I learned courage from a role, learned redemption as a cost, learned that losing some control means growth. From the villains I could see shadows living inside me, nothing's ever purely cold. Yeah. Cinema inside my veins, turning losses into gains. Every story still remains alive. When I'm stuck in real life scenes, I replay those silver screens, find perspective in between the lines. Car chases and rooftop views, quiet talks with nothing to lose. Every plot gave different clues to truth. Some endings weren't okay, some love stories didn't stay, but that's life in its own way too. Tell them life in its own way too. Law will still repeat, words that hit me bittersweet, echo softly with the beat at night. Made me dream beyond my town, thinking widescreen, I zoom down, lift my head instead of crown my doubts. Maybe we are all a cast, moving scenes that move too fast, writing futures from the past we saw. Maybe life's a longer take, every choice a cut we make, every risk a chance to break the wall. Frames that shape my energy, build my sense of empathy, every film a therapy session. In the flicker of the light, I discover wrong and right, found ambition in the fight and tension. City nights, like a shot with neon lights, seeing angles, seeing heights. I miss every setback, just a scene, not the end of everything, just a plot twist in between the script. So I thank those stories told for the courage they enrolled, for the visions they unfold inside. Cause before I knew my name, before I understood my flame, cinema had set the frame of mine. Lights fade, credits roll, but the story stays in soul. Every scene that moved my heart still plays. Every scene that moved my heart still plays.
White blue canvas over me, no frame, no boundary, clouds drifting casually like dreams. Sunlight spilling golden paint, shadows moving soft and faint. Every color same, create something. Birds tracing silent lines, invisible design, like sketches in the mind, unseen. I just sit and breathe it in, let the overthinking thin, feel the quiet settling within. Under open sky I find pieces of a freer mind, every cloud a different sign to try. Heaven stretching endlessly, pulling out the best in me, turning out to energy that fly.
Even gray days speaking tones, stormy moods and deeper poems. Raindrops tapping on my phone like drums. Thunder rolling heavy bass, lightning drawing sharp white traces. Nature showing how to make a spark. Sunset dripping pink and gold, stories that the daylight told. Fading slow but bold in light. Night arrives with velvet hues, stars like pixels shining through. Cosmic thoughts in every view so bright.
Skyline thoughts in stereo, high above the undertow. Every breeze just lets me know I'm small, but in that smallness there is peace. Pressure drops and worry cease. Creativity released from woe.
I see metaphors in flight, they dissolving in the night. Darkness never kills the light it hides. Moon just borrowing the shine, still it manages to rise like ideas in the skies inside. Horizon where the two worlds meet, heaven kissing conquer streets. That's the place my heart and beat align. Between the earth and endless blue, I discover something new every time I change the view of mine.
Maybe creativity is your sky inside of me, limitless identity unbound. Maybe fear is just a cloud, loud but never truly loud, floating till it's not allowed to stay. Open air, I feel the shift, every breath a subtle lift, every doubt begins to drift away. Under galaxies above, I redefine what I'm made of, turn imagination to take space.
Open air, I feel the shift, every breath a subtle lift, every doubt begins to drift away. Under galaxies above, I redefine what I'm made of, turn imagination into space.
Morning light across my face, new ideas begin to race, all because I gave them space to grow. Sky don't rush, it just expands, doesn't need to prove a plan, teaches me to understand the flow. So whenever I feel stuck, running low on creative luck, I just look up and unplug from noise. Cause the biggest masterpiece is above me every week, silent, fast and always free to afraid. Look up when you feel confined, there's a universe to find. The sky's not just above your head, it's inside your mind.
Chase them, they just come. Midnight glow from a laptop screen, quiet room but my mind's not clean. Thoughts drifting somewhere in between sleep and sound. I wasn't trying to create, didn't plan to stay up late, but a single phrase escaped my mouth. Didn't force it, didn't push, like a breeze through an open hood. Soft as silence in the woods, it flowed. Pen just moved across the page like it's been there all these days, like the ink knew what to say before. Words that write themselves at night, out of dark into the light. No control, they just ignite and run. I just follow where they lead, plant the rhythm like a seed, let the language breathe on its own. Sometimes it starts with just one line, simple, raw, almost too kind, but it opens up my mind wide. Then another falls in place, like they're racing just to say everything I try to hide inside. It's like my heart has its own pen, speaking truths I won't defend, honest in a way I can't by day. No filter, no disguise, no performance in my eyes, just emotion crystallized in waves. Words that write themselves so free, like they're not even from me, like the universe can see what I need. Every syllable aligned, every metaphor designed before I even try to think. Maybe it's the quiet air, or the weight of what I bear, turning into something rare and real. Maybe all the things I store, all the knocks behind the door, finally can't ignore. Feel, I just sit and let it spill, let the chaos turn to skill, let the silence slowly fill with tone. Sometimes I don't understand, half the lines my own hand, writes like they were planned, unknown. But if we're just channels, why? For the thoughts we keep inside, waiting for the perfect time to ride. What if art is letting go, trusting what you don't yet know, letting hidden rivers flow untied. Words that write themselves in pain, in the sunshine, in the rain, every loss and every gain. I don't question where they're from. When they knock, I let them come, 'cause the truest ones are done without force. Morning light across the floor, pages filled from night before, more than I was looking for at all. Reading back, I see my soul, broken parts that made me whole, stories I never told out loud. It's a gift I can't command, can't control or understand, only hold it in my hand and trust. 'Cause when the quiet voice appears, through the doubts and through the fears, it turns whispers into lyrics from dust. Yeah. I don't chase a perfect line, I just listen for the sun. And when the silence starts to speak, I write.